you guys.
Hello.
Welcome to Jammy Day at Hold to Go.
Yes, Tamsin had this wonderful idea. Wearing pajamas.
I was like, can I come over in my jammies? She's like, okay, I'm still wearing mine. So we went with it. Today we're going to talk about something very near and dear to the floor. Our feet. A lot of times people pull in bare feet, or they're wearing those crazy heels that we talked about before, and it does take its toll on your feet. Now actually your feet are more protected in the shoes. Mm-hmm. They don't dry out as much because you don't have the floor, like the dryness of the floor and all that stuff dealing with it. But so we were thinking more about in the lines of if you were pulling barefoot and you're experiencing some fun footness.
Yes, like blisters. I got a blister on my toe. Oh, wrong toe. This toe. I got a blister. You probably can't see that. I got a blister on my toe and then on the side of my foot from doing a lot of turns on the hard floor in bare feet for long periods of time.
And you'll definitely get blisters as well, or rug burn on carpet. If you're carpeting, if you're pulling on carpet, you're going to have that kind of fun things to think about. So. Yeah,
and then also if you're dancing in bare feet a lot, sometimes the arches start to hurt.
They do, and I have the best solution
for
that. I do. I brought my handy dandy. This is actually
an orange?
No. Nope, not orange. It's a
Why'd you put that on your feet?
It's a ball. I know, right? Drink your bath water, but not your foot water. It's a ball for lacrosse. But you can also use a tennis ball. They're both nice and hard. They would work well with each one. So you would take it and you would rub it into the inside there, and it massages and it fits perfect and it feels really good. And if you're at work and you're unfortunate enough to have to sit at a desk all day, you can actually put this on the floor. That'll show. Put it on the floor and then roll your foot over it to again massage through the arches and really massage that metatarsal muscle, which is that big muscle that runs down the length of your foot. Massages are always great, but I know that they're expensive.
And they cause oil on your body.
They do. They cause oil, which makes you feel if you're going to pull later that day, you're going to have some rough problems. But this is an excellent way to relieve some of the pain that can happen in the arch.
So do you recommend that only when you're in pain and after pulling?
No, anytime that feels good. I mean, it feels really good. If it does hurt, you should definitely go to a doctor and make sure there's nothing wrong inside your feet. We have something ridiculous like
lots of bones.
Tons, and some of them are incredibly small and little. So if you're experiencing pain, definitely go see someone a little bit more knowledgeable than us.
Yes.
With a medical degree.
You don't have one?
No, I lost mine.
Oh, okay.
I left it in my car, and then I sold my car, so I no longer have a medical degree.
Okay. So that is awesome, right? And
then the other thing too is, and this is a hard thing to deal with, but especially up here, if you're finding tightness through your toes, which will happen if you're practicing new moves and you're nervous, we have a tendency to knuckle our feet, just like we have a tendency to white knuckle our hands. And you can get a lot of tightness through here. You can actually relieve that by putting a handkerchief or even a paper towel on the floor and scrunching it up and catching it with your foot and then releasing, scrunching and releasing, scrunching and releasing. And again, this is building muscles, so you're going to not only relieve the tension that you've created, but you're actually going to strengthen your feet so that when you are doing stuff, especially stuff that takes a lot of impact, your feet are going to be better prepared for that as well. So it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I like that. I like to start. I get my tennis.
Sure. And then, contrary to what we always say about lotion and oil, when you dance barefoot, your feet have a tendency to dry out a lot. And right now we're in the summer months, so if you're going to the beach, you may have noticed it from the sand, but for the most part, the AC is on everywhere we go, and you're not having a lot of cracking and drying. But when the heater comes on, and then you end up dancing barefoot, you will have some drying and some cracking. So it's important to prepare for those winter months because they're showing up soon. I know it's hard to believe, but they will be here. You'll be wearing your fuzzy jammies.
I love my fuzzy jammies, no matter what time of year it is.
I love her fuzzy jammies too.
But with the lotions, I use Aveeno Daily Moisturizing with Colloidal Oatmeal.
I use that
and
too.
that actually it's one of the few lotions that actually doesn't make you too slippery for the pull. I mean, I don't put it on like right before you pull, But you can put it on after, or you can put it on a few hours before you pull.
Or even like, especially the night before when you go to bed. That's the
Yeah.
best time because then your body has a chance to absorb most of the oils and
Yeah.
you don't end up expelling them all over your floor and your pole.
Put the lotion on and then put socks on,
Yes.
and that really like gets the lotion in there.
That will. And surprisingly enough, there's actually another product, Sally Hansen's foot oil or foot lotion. It's a menthol lotion. It is actually sticky on the pole on everything but your hands. So don't use your hands to apply it. I know it's going to be weird to be like, all right, I'm going to do a little lotion application with my forearm. But for some reason, it's very slippy on your hands. But anywhere else on your body, I've seen a lot of people have lots of success with it, actually.
Yeah, most people, but all our body chemistry is different.
Yes.
So, what works for one of us might not work for you, but so try it. Maybe
Don't
get
try
a
it
jar
when you're in competition.
A bunch of friends, try it, and whoever it works for can use it.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, and then also, just going back to the blisters on my feet, if you're going to be doing a lot of turning and stuff on the floor, maybe wear ballet slippers. Those are great.
That's a good idea.
That way, really, wear and tear your skin on your foot. And they don't interfere with a lot of moves on the pole. They, you might have to take them off for some things, but like, if you're in the doing one of these things, then that might interfere.
But actually, ballet slippers come in canvas and leather. Leather actually has a little bit of stick.
Really?
The canvas won't have any stick. That would just be like wearing socks as far as stick goes. But leather, if you can get it on the leather part, not on the suede on the bottom of the shoe, but on the side of the shoe, you actually might get a little bit of grip.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Because I've actually tried doing some things with my slippers and I've slipped, but maybe I was on the suede part.
Yeah, the suede part doesn't stick at all.
Okay.
And then another great thing that I wanted to talk to you about, because I know my husband and I had a lot of issues with this when I started pulling, was my pedicures. Because I would go and I would get my pedicures, and then I have a walk. My natural pull walk is the pedicure killer. So I would go spend however much money to get a pedicure, and the first time I went into class, it was completely destroyed. So I discovered gels. And if you haven't had an opportunity to try them out, definitely try them.
Don't look at our feet now, because neither
Neither
one of us
has
has a pedicure right now.
But the gels work really, really well on my feet. Now, I know Arloa had a different experience
with
the second time
my
around
hands.
with her hands.
Yeah. The first time I used gels on my hands, they lasted like a month. It was awesome. But then each time I went back to get a new one, it was shorter and shorter. And by the last time that I did a gel manicure, it lasted literally like 3 hours. Yeah. And it started peeling. I don't know if it's because I kept going immediately and getting a new one immediately. You might have to let your nails rest a bit. I might try it again since my nails have been resting.
And also, like we said, everyone has different body chemistry, so it may
But it lasts longer on your toes.
But the toes
anyway.
were the one for me.
Yeah.
I actually never paint my fingernails because I can't sit that long and wait for it to happen. But my toenails, I love having painted because it's like a foot massage.
Yeah.
But the gels worked great, and they literally lasted on my toes. I think it lasted like almost 2 months.
Wow.
It was awesome. And I beat my feet up a lot.
Did your toenails grow?
My toenails actually are very slow growing, and they're crazy. And
okay.
all the ballet.
Yeah, mine grow a little too fast to last 2 months.
Yeah. And then you have like French.
Yeah.
Or French pedicure.
Yeah. And then one last thing, unless Tam's going to have
I love
more.
how she thinks there's nothing else to talk about.
one last thing, like I said, unless Tam's going to have more, because she tends to have more, is when you're dancing, particularly for other people, and I know we don't remember this a lot.
Oh, yeah, this is a
You
go check out our
Yeah.
Instagrams. You'll have fun checking which ones we remembered this one on.
Yeah, wash your feet before performing or taking pictures.
We actually washed our feet before we filmed today, so in case we held our toes up, it would be nice.
But we tend to forget a lot, and then we're, before we film, we're running the routine a few times, our feet get dirty, and then we film and we forget, and so, yeah.
So please excuse our feet on
some of our videos and pictures.
But again, it's more for performance. Obviously, if you're dancing in a studio or just around your house and whatever, you're not showing anybody, then
or if all the other girls have dirty feet too, then
it's okay. Then it's like peer pressure to have dirty feet.
Yeah.
But if you are going to perform or show what you've learned to someone special in your life, dirty feet can be very distracting, and you don't want to get off the pole from doing something amazing and have that person say, wow, your feet are really dirty. Like, you want them to notice how amazing you are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got nothing.
Okay. All right. So that's it for Jammy Day.
Have fun. Catch you later, guys.
Bye.